Hello, viewers. Today I want to share a thought that I've been having this week, and the thought is this: how do you know when you are fulfilled, even though, even though the rewards are small in the beginning? So you know you're fulfilled even in the early stages when the tangible rewards are small, when the internal signals outweigh the external scoreboard. Fulfillment in that phase tends to show as your energy replenishes while you're doing the work. So even the day is long, you don't feel the same drain you did in the past work wasn't in line. So it might be physical tired, but there's a line incident, kind of where you're willing to show up again tomorrow. So tell sign is you still choose to do the core of what you're doing even though no one's watching and the paycheck was modest. So the work deepens your sense of meaning and identity. You see how your actions connect to your values, long-term vision, or mission, life mission, even if the results aren't dramatic. This is especially important for someone like you, where education, finance, and relationship are core. So you can articulate, this is making me more of who I'm meant to be. So small wins feel disproportionately rewarding. So when you solve problems, streamline process, help someone through a breakthrough, you feel proud in a way that's not tied to the size of the reward. So this telltale sign, you catch yourself celebrating process victories like improving a system, gaining a new skill, or earning someone's trust rather than just the end result. Your curiosity and desire to improve grow, not fade. Instead of cutting down the end of the week, you catch yourself wanting to get better at a craft, exploring ideas, taking on challenge. That momentum signals you're investing in something that's feeding you. The telltale sign, you're starting to look up things relating to your work out of genuine interest, not obligation. You sense the long term and you're okay with it. You can see how you're doing now fits in a much bigger picture of your 10-year vision, and excessive mastery in big roles will come later. Telltale sign, you feel at peace with a slow build because you know the foundation is solid and aligned. So you, you know you're fulfilled when a daily action makes you feel richer in skills, trust, and self-respect, not just richer in money. Yeah, definitely want to reflect on this. Is I feel like that's what I felt this week doing work that ultimately made a difference for my friend who is so appreciative, appreciative, appreciative of what I have done for her business and the support that I have given her. So that's exactly what we're describing as one of the clearest early stage fulfillment markers. Directing impact to somebody you care about, you can see the difference you made, not in abstractive metrics, but the relief, gratitude, and progress. So emotional receptivity, their appreciation feed your sense and purpose, and your support strengthens the relationship. Aligned generosity, you didn't help out like a relation or for applause, but because the work itself felt worthwhile. For someone on your path, this is huge because it meant you experiencing value creation in its purest form, without the cloud of but how much should I make from it. That's the muscle you want to keep strengthening, because in the Wealth Lighthouse framework, this is what bridges infrared to red orange in a sustainable way. So it also shows you're starting to shift from how do I get more to how to become more valuable, which is exactly the pivot that makes wealth inevitable later. Yeah, this is really big for me, because of the fact that I am finally doing work that I want to do, and it's been something that I want to do for years, no lie. And I'm finally doing it, and even though I'm not making as much as before, but just this work, it just feels so much more aligned with where I want to be in 10 years. And I'm really enjoying it. It's allowing me to really exercise muscles that I always knew was there, but just never had the chance to do so because none of my previous role allowed this much strategic thinking of really understanding how to do things that requires a lot of timing and accuracy, and at the same time it doesn't require for me to be constantly on the phone talking to people and doing things that's outside my zone of genius, but being able to strategically think about what needs to get done by when and what are the deliverables really excites me. And I know that there's going to be huge opportunities later because right now I'm essentially helping establishing the framework to make sure that the flow for my friend is there, and then we can start leveraging it because right now we already have value, but it's a matter of how do we create leverage, which right now is being able to how could she duplicate herself in me so that way she's able to focus on the things under her zone of genius and for me to be able to handle the day to day. So this is really a huge breakthrough for me, and I just want to reflect this back of what does it mean to be able to do work that's fulfilling, even when at the very beginning when there's not much in terms of compensation. But I feel like the compensation is going to be there because of the value that I'm providing. Wanted to share that with you to just share my thoughts of like how do you know you're actually living your life's path with purpose. And if you find this interesting or want to hear more content like this, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll share more of my thoughts around being able to do work that's really fulfilling.